Good morning, Appleby. I want to start today by asking you all to do something simple. Take a moment and just breathe. Close your eyes and focus on that breath. That breath, something so small and yet so essential, is a gift. It's something that we rarely think about, something that happens automatically, but without it, we would have nothing. Encompassed in that breath is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is a word we hear a lot. We've all been taught to say thank you since we were little. You say thank you when someone hands you something, when a friend does you a favor, or when someone holds the door open for you. But today, I want to talk about gratitude, not just as a polite habit, but as a way of life. My name is Selina, and 4 years ago, much like most of you, I was on a 7-hour bus ride to Tamagami, dreading the prospect of 5 days with no beds and no showers. Little did I know that I would be happily returning to that place 2 more times. The first time I went, I struggled to adjust to the environment. Stuck camping with an advisor group I barely knew, I was deeply unhappy to be there. However, as the days went on, I came to acknowledge the opportunity I had to reconnect with nature and take time away from my responsibilities. The second time I went, I was so tired out. Not only did we have to walk 10 kilometers to the island, but we also had to build our own quinzies, drag all of our equipment on sleds, and make our own fires. I quickly learned to appreciate all of my creature comforts, like the warm showers and working toilets I had at home. The third time I went, it was voluntary, and it was one of the best things I ever chose to do. On that trip, I specifically remember one person who went out of their way to make me feel comfortable. It was a small gesture, and I'm assuming it didn't cost them much, but it helped me recognize the importance of kindness and altruism, and most importantly, gratitude. They gave me a memory I will be forever grateful for, and from then on, my perspective on life changed. I wanted to spread the feeling of gratitude I felt because it felt good, and I started making the conscious effort to show my gratitude, first to people I was close to, and then gradually to strangers. You might be thinking, gratitude? That sounds a bit too easy, a bit too fluffy. And while for a majority of people, gratitude is just a response to a compliment or a favor, it can also be one of the most powerful tools you can ever have. Now, I'm not saying that gratitude will solve all your problems or make the challenges you face disappear. Life is complex and unpredictable, and it can throw curveballs when you least expect it. But gratitude is not about denying the difficulties of life. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that even on your hardest days, there is still something worth appreciating. And this perspective can completely transform the way you experience the world. In that moment, you are saying, I see you, and I appreciate what you've done. Being appreciative to the people around us, especially those we may not know personally, fosters a sense of connection in a world that often feels disconnected. Gratitude becomes a way of building community, of spreading kindness, and of reminding us all that we're part of something bigger. It's about giving back to others, no matter how small the gesture. Okay, now maybe gratitude is starting to intimidate you. I mean, sometimes when you're faced with a challenge, you're not looking for the silver lining. You just see the dark cloud. You want to lie in bed, scrolling on TikTok, and hope you never have to face the problem. And yeah, I do that too. When we think of gratitude, we often imagine it as something personal, something that benefits us, that helps us to feel better. But gratitude isn't just for you, it's for others. Sure, you can be reflective and thankful and appreciative of the things you have and the people who support you. But those people will never know that if your actions don't reflect it. Gratitude is about how we show our honest appreciation to the people who touch our lives, even in small ways. Start with something simple. Say thank you to the Sodexo worker through the window when you're putting away your dirty trays. Say hi to the staff cleaning the classrooms as you're on your way home. And then, when you're comfortable, work up to the bigger acts of gratitude. Take a second to reflect on how much you've already accomplished. For upper ones, this is your first year of high school. This is your chance to live your life to the fullest, so take it. For senior ones, you're already halfway through high school. This year is the time to make the most of your Appleby career. Do the things you were too scared to do last year. Say hi to strangers and make new friends. And for senior twos, this is your last year at Appleby. You've made it this far through high school, a journey filled with both victories and challenges. Be grateful for those challenges, because they've helped shape you into who you are today. Think about the people who have supported you along the way. Your family, friends, teachers. They've all played a part in helping you grow. Have you ever taken a moment to express your gratitude to them? It's so easy to get caught up in the rush of life and forget to say thank you for the people who have been there for you. Gratitude helps you remember that no one gets to where they are alone. But it's so easy, isn't it, to take these gifts for granted? To assume that the people around us will always be there, that life will keep offering us opportunities, or that we will always have the strength to keep going. We get caught up in the day-to-day grind, studying, social media, worrying about the future, and we forget to pause, to reflect, and to give thanks to moments, big and small, that make life meaningful. In fact, the practice of gratitude has been scientifically proven to have a profound impact on our mental and emotional well-being. Numerous studies have shown that people who regularly practice gratitude experience greater happiness, less stress, and stronger relationships. When we actively choose to focus on what we have rather than what we lack, our brains begin to rewire themselves, and we started to notice more of the good in our lives. It's like building a muscle. The more you practice gratitude, the stronger that muscle becomes, and soon, it becomes a natural part of how you see the world. It helps us see the beauty in our experiences, the good, the bad, and everything in between. It helps us appreciate the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. And believe me, the journey is where the magic happens. It's where you find out who you are, where you learn to embrace your strengths and acknowledge your weaknesses, where you develop the resilience to face whatever comes next. And there's another powerful aspect of gratitude that often goes unnoticed. It deepens your connections with others. I remember the first time I saw my philosophy of gratitude take effect. It was as I was preparing to celebrate a friend's birthday. That friend has been a constant presence in my life for years, and I am extremely grateful for the support, love, and friendship I have with her. So her close friends and I decided to throw a small birthday picnic for her to show our appreciation. Now, this small act might not seem like much, but you'd be surprised how much I used to undervalue these small gestures. I used to think small acts of gratitude were a waste of time. I mean, what sort of impact can one small thing have? Well, that small act has started a 3-year birthday tradition of not-so-subtle birthday surprises. When you express gratitude, when you genuinely express it, it creates a bond between you and the people around you. It's a reminder that we're all in this together. Think about it. How does it feel when someone genuinely thanks you for something? Gratitude is a way of acknowledging that we all matter, that we all have something to contribute. Now imagine what it could do for your relationships if you made a habit of expressing gratitude regularly. Not just when someone does something big for you, but in the everyday moments. Thank your friends for being there when you need them. Thank your parents for supporting you when you don't always see eye to eye. Thank your teachers for their guidance and for believing in your potential, even when you doubted it yourself. Beginning with a vision of the future you wish to create can provide you with direction and motivation. Along the way, gratitude acts as the steady compass, helping us stay focused on the progress we've made rather than the obstacles ahead. It shifts our perspective, allowing us to appreciate the small wins and lessons learned, even in moments of struggle. By cultivating gratitude, we honor the journey, recognizing the support, opportunities, and growth that lead us to our final creation. In the end, gratitude doesn't just celebrate the achievement. It deepens our appreciation for the process that brought the vision to life. As you move forward in life, remember that gratitude is not a passive emotion. It's an active choice. It's something you cultivate, and the more you practice it, the more natural it becomes. Gratitude doesn't have to be a big gesture. It can be the little changes. It's about being present for the people who care about you, listening to them, supporting them, and being there when they need us. Gratitude reminds us to cherish the people in our lives, to not take them for granted, and to nurture those relationships. It reminds us that we're all interconnected, that we rely on one another, and that we are better together than we are alone. When we express gratitude, we acknowledge the contributions that others make in our lives, and we make them feel valued. It's not something that happens automatically. It's something we have to choose every single day. Gratitude also opens the door to curiosity and a love for learning. When you're grateful, you're more open to the world around you. You start to see opportunities for growth, for discovery, for wonder. You realize that every experience is a chance to learn something new. Gratitude fuels a mindset of lifelong learning, of curiosity about the world and your place in it. So, here's a simple challenge. Each day, make the active choice to express gratitude. Tell a friend how much they mean to you, or compliment a stranger. You can even start right now. I want to ask everyone to take a moment and think of something you feel grateful for. I'll start. I'm grateful for my family and my friends. I'm grateful for my cat, Otis, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to celebrate the Appleby community in chapel. So as you prepare to take your next step, whether that's heading to university, starting your first job, or pursuing a dream, I encourage you to carry gratitude with you. Be grateful for the lessons you've learned, for the friendships you've made, for the challenges you've overcome, and be grateful for the opportunity to keep learning and keep growing. And finally, be grateful for yourselves. You are resilient, capable, and full of potential. You've made it this far, and that is no small feat. Be proud of who you are and be excited for who you will become. Thank you. Now please join me in singing hymn number 500,